Hey guys, welcome back. Gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream today, just because I wanted to kind of just go over a couple things with you guys about just the current state of The Walking Dead and, really what we need to see happen, this year and in the future and stuff like that as well. Like there's a lot of conversation right now going on within the community about Rick and Daryl and stuff like that and what's going on. There's just a lot of conversations, but ultimately I think in the end, as long as The Walking Dead does stick with Rick and Daryl, I think there's a lot of potential, man. I think there's a lot of endless possibilities that can happen, with this show. So I kind of wanted to just get on here and, those of you who are watching this back as a VOD, you're going to like this one a little bit more because I actually have something I really want to talk about in today's stream. And that just is how much Rick and Daryl mean to the current state of the universe and how bad we really need this to happen, right? Because there's a lot of conversation going on about, Rick and Daryl and the future and everything and what's going to happen, right? Like limited series stuff, what's going on. It seems like limited series are kind of the, current state of The Walking Dead or even other TV shows, right? Like limited series seem to be like really popular. But honestly, I don't really know. I kind of wish they would just go back to the old format, but whatever they end up doing, it's going to be a really big deal. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a whole new thing for us now, right? Like we haven't seen this in forever, so it's going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for that to happen. Um, you know, I think that there's a lot of potential with this opportunity for Rick and Daryl to be together again, and I really can't wait to see what they end up doing. But I think ultimately, it's going to be more about like this the overall budget of the show, like what's happening, what's the direction the show's going in, because there's like that question, right? Like, is it a continuation or is it a ending, right? Like, are they going to end it or are they going to continue it? What's going on with that, right? So there's just so much there. Obviously, if they continue it, um, I mean, it could do anything. It could go on for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, whatever. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Mr. Miner? How we doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm just talking a little bit about Rick and Daryl and what they mean to The Walking Dead. Yay, you notice you get a sub. Did you if you subscribed? I don't see like live notifications for subscribers. But if you did sub, thank you. Sage, what's good? How you doing? I have a really fun video coming out today, guys. It's a Walking Dead character tier list. So I'm going to get ready to go upload that here within the next, well, after I get done with the stream. Yo, what's up? Bung got you. Sorry if I said that wrong, but hello. Hope you're doing fantastic. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on this year with The Walking Dead. I can't lie. I didn't really think that it would happen like this year. And we may not see the reunion, but I do think we'll see some really awesome like Rick and Daryl news and stuff like that. There'll be a lot of stuff to look forward to, you know. So it's exciting for fans for sure. Thank you. Hope you're doing fantastic too. Yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. We're just chilling. Thought I would just go live for a little bit. I have a little bit of time. I can sit here and go live and just hang out with you guys and, have some good conversations and stuff like that. So it's always fun. I'll probably only be live for like probably 25 minutes. So whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want to say, just I'm all yours for like 25 minutes. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no. I mean, I do know that obviously there's something going on. There's something in the works, but I feel like AMC is just not in a rush with anything right now. Like they're just not. They're just taking their time. You know. That's how I feel. Gabriel and Ezekiel. Yeah. That's another question too. Like, what characters from the original series are they gonna like be able to actually bring back? You know, like that's an interesting question. There's a lot of people talking about like Ezekiel, Gabriel, excuse me, and Mercer, Lydia, all those characters, Eugene, right, Yumiko. It is interesting to think about like where those actors might be at right now in their careers to where maybe they can't do anything Walking Dead related right now. But I mean, as long as we have the main core. What are you doing? Hey, hey, what are you doing? Can you relax? Yeah, Judith would be sick. 100%. Yeah. Judith would be awesome. I would love to. I'm sure we'll see Judith and RJ, Michonne, Rick, Daryl, probably Maggie and Negan as well. I don't think we'll see Carol though, but yeah, I'm super excited for you guys to see the tier list that I did. It's really fun. I love doing videos that are like different like that, you know? The Walking Dead is too damn long. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I think if a show can go a long time and maintain, popularity and relevance, I think it's impressive. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would like to see them all get back together and do another show, honestly. Because that's the thing about it. At this stage, like, there's enough Walking Dead fans in the world to where they could do that. I mean, of course, there's always going to be like the haters and stuff, but who cares? Haters don't, do anything. They don't make any decisions. You know what I mean? They're just. If you hate The Walking Dead, then it's simple. Just don't watch it, right? Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. I never understood people like that. People like will like come by streams or go on YouTube videos and leave negative comments and stuff like that. But it's like you're kind of disregarding the fact that there's still like millions and millions and millions of people in the world that love the show still. So like I feel like if you're just a somewhat intelligent human being, you can understand numbers and stuff. Like you understand that there's still a pretty big fan base for The Walking Dead, even if you think that it's, not what it used to be or whatever. Obviously, it's not what it used to be. I mean, that's just a fact. But I mean, doesn't mean that it's completely trash or anything like that. I mean, either in my opinion. Obviously, it was, one of the biggest shows ever, and it was super, super impressive, and they were doing some crazy stuff. And, they followed all the comic material. I don't get why anybody would complain about that when they followed the comic storyline. Makes sense to me. I don't know. What you doing, bud? Huh? Yo, what's up, Jack? So when's the show going to end? Well, I mean, the Walking Dead original series ended in 2022. The spinoffs are probably on the verge of wrapping it up. Yeah, Daryl Dixon is ending this year with its final season. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be other spinoffs and stuff like that. But if you're talking about just like the universe of The Walking Dead, like when is that going to end? I mean, man, who knows? Not for a long time, clearly. I mean, they're not going to end it. It's AMC's biggest show. It's AMC's biggest moneymaker. They're not going to end it anytime soon. Not for a while, anyway. Which is fine with me. I don't really mind it, honestly, because I think when you think, I don't know, in my head, when I think about it, The Walking Dead being on doesn't bother me at all. Like, I guess some people get actually like bothered by it, I guess. I don't know. But it doesn't bother me. Like, if there's 10 episodes a year, 12 episodes a year, whatever, that doesn't bug me. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me mad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh man, this is too much." Like, you know what I mean? It's not gonna bother me. I understand certain people don't love the universe and that's fine, but like the best advice you could ever give to somebody, is like, hey, if you don't like something, stop watching it, stop paying attention to it. For example, there was a show called The 100 that I really used to love. I used to watch it every night, dude. And then, eventually, over time, I was just like, hey, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not feeling it really anymore, and I stopped watching it. But like, I've never went and left like a hateful comment on a fan page, right? Because there's all those fan pages, like all the way was it like the two girls that were like in love with each other. I can't remember, but like those fan pages are like crazy. They're super, strong. There's a lot of fans with that. So like, I don't know. For me, I never went and left negative comments. Jack, because he's Rick Grimes, bro. He's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest fictional character in the history of existence. That's how. And we don't actually know that the CRM's completely all the way destroyed either. It's kind of an unfinished storyline. There's probably still remnants of the CRM. So, I mean, it's probably not completely destroyed. It's probably changed. Obviously, General Beale dying would change things, but it's not probably completely finished. Maybe it is, but I'm sure we'll hear from the CRM or, we'll see something with the CRM again. I loved The Ones Who Live, though, honestly. I thought it was good. Most people liked it, to be honest, which I thought was pretty cool to see. I think The Walking Dead coming out with a show in 2024 like that was like heavily positively received, or the majority positively received. I think that was really awesome to see as a fan. I mean, I liked the show. I thought it was pretty good. I don't have any major complaints. I mean, people say the ending was rushed, whatever. I don't really care. I don't know. It's also like really popular to hate things these days. I think that's really something that we kind of live in like a hate culture time frame, like period of time we live in is where it's just really cool to be a hater. Like it's really cool to go into a comment section and be like, "Oh, I hated this and I hated this and I hated that too." And oh, well, this doesn't make any sense. How the heck did he survive here? And you know what I mean? Like it's just really popular to do that these days. There's a lot of like wannabe movie critics out there. Which in the sad reality is most of the time those people actually enjoyed it, but they just are on this hate culture train, and they just want to go be negative. It's really just the way it is. If you watch the internet and you pay attention to anything on the internet, majority of people leave negative and hateful comments on everything. Like I was watching TikTok, right? I was scrolling TikTok and I saw this guy who made a steak dinner for his girlfriend or his wife or something, right? And it was a beautiful looking steak, right? It wasn't overcooked, it wasn't undercooked. It was like pink in the middle, you know. It was perfect, right? And there's like the first top comment is like, "You overcooked the steak, bro." You know what I'm saying? Like there's always going to be those people in the world, right? Like that's just the way the internet is. You have to realize when the internet is as popular as it is now and it gives everyone kind of like an outlet to say their opinion, practically it's just a whole bunch of people who really don't matter saying their opinion. It really doesn't matter, right? Like nobody's opinion matters that much, even mine. Like I try to be positive and uplifting because that's just who I am as a human being. I don't want to be a negative guy, right? With anything. Like I said, I've never left a hateful comment in my life under anyone's shit ever because it's just not the way I roll, you know? Hey, no, don't bite. Ow, my cat just bit me, dude. You like the show? Yo, what's up, bro? Yeah, no, I like the show too, man. I think everyone's like really critical, and I think we live in a hate-filled society. I think there's a lot of miserable people that, unfortunately they never really do anything with their life, and then they get on the internet and it's like a overcompensation tactic, right? Like they get on the internet like, "Oh, finally someone's going to hear my opinion," right? And they're like, "Let me say this," right? I really believe that's what happens with a lot of people that are like super hate-filled and just negative, miserable people. They're just always looking for something to hate on. I really believe that's the way it works. So, it's unfortunate. Play Hello Neighbor 3. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Welcome to the stream, though. Hope you're doing great. And I guess I don't understand. Like, maybe it's just because I'm growing up and I'm getting older, but I just have never been a negative human being. I've never wanted to be, you know? I'm totally fine with people leaving opinions that are. I'm cool with people leaving opinions that are like factually, I don't want to say opinions that are factually stated, but you know what I'm saying? Like just like very open, and you can be critical of something without just coming across like your Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to come across so miserable all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to like say things. There's a way you can kind of kindly wrap criticism without coming across like you hate your life and hate everything. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a way to put what you feel out there on the internet without coming across like you're just this depressive mess, right? Like I don't know. Yo, Jeremiah, what's good, buddy? I don't know if that made any sense, guys. I just woke up. Give me a break. But you guys get what I'm trying to say, okay? In the end, you can kindly, politely criticize a show, I think. And I mean, you can say whatever you want to say. It's the internet. But I'm just saying, like, I am around some really cool people. I know a lot of really successful people, and I've never seen successful people go out there and leave hate-filled comments like that, bro. Just I mean, F this show. This show's garbage. Like it's kind of funny because like it never bothers me on like a serious level. Like I'll never engage in an argument with someone that's kind of just on a crazy like belligerent rant, Like I'll never engage with that, right? Because it just doesn't really bother me. Like I don't care if people hate The Walking Dead. That's fine. You can hate whatever you want to hate. Um, but man, sometimes you just kind of read these comments and then you look at their profile pictures too, and you're just like, man, are these people okay? You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to drop the. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. Good philosophy you have. Negative comments are just a destructive replacement for not being happy. I mean, it's very true. People sit there, and I think, like I said, the internet's just created this unlimited access, right? Where anybody can go and say what they want, and there's no repercussions. It doesn't matter, right? So people can just say whatever. And then they go out there and it just comes across so negative. And I think there's just a way, like, I don't know. I've never been that guy. I've never been that guy. It's just going to go, if I see a 100 fan page or a Breaking Bad fan page or one, Game of Thrones or any show, whatever, I'm not going to sit there and be like, yo, this show's trash as hell, bro. I hate this stuff, man. You know what I mean? I just don't, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Hey, look, right on cue. Sarcastic scoundrel. The Walking Dead stopped being good like a billion seasons ago. Right on cue. We're talking about miserable people leaving hate-filled comments, and this guy pops up. That's awesome. You can't make that any better than that. That's crazy timing. Holy smokes. Shout out to fucking sarcastic scoundrel. That's good, Miranda. That's pretty good timing, right, guys? Can't lie. You can't make that up. Penelope says, I love The Walking Dead and zombie stuff. Same. I love zombie stuff too. Not all zombie stuff, but a lot of it I do. Maybe I already read that. The longer Rick and Daryl reunite, it feels like the woke dead. What do you mean by that? The woke dead? I know what woke is, but I mean, I'm not going to refute your opinion, bro. I'll never argue with someone that's, you know, having an opinion that's so different from mine. It's like a Republican trying to argue with a liberal. It's like, there's no point. You're just wasting your breath. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, that's the way I look at it too. If someone's bored enough to come into a page that's clearly like a Walking Dead or whatever fictional universe that they're supporting or whatever, right? Whatever it is. If someone's like bored enough to come in there and like be negative and be hateful and try to start an argument or something like that, it says way more about you than anybody else, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it's not a good thing in my opinion. So that's just the way I look at it. But I'll never argue with someone that has opinions like that or try to, have a debate about a fictional universe. You know, it's not that serious. I just like to chill and talk with some of the spare time I have because there's a lot of really cool people on here. So, let me see here. Actually, you guys are active right now. AS, yo, what's good? AS, I remember you. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. ASX. I can't really read too great because of the background. It's kind of hard to see some of the lettering and stuff. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but they shouldn't go out of their way to put someone down just for the sake of getting their POV. Yeah, I mean, it just comes across bad. It's distasteful, in my opinion. I've never done it. I'm 26 years old almost. I've never left a negative comment about anything on the internet. Never. Like, I don't argue online. I don't try to start debates. And, if you look at my life, not trying to be, like, I'm a happy guy. I'm very happy with where I'm at in life. I love my life. So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And you look at some of these other people in their profile pictures, and you're like, damn! You know what I'm saying? It's like, that guy's not happy. You know what I'm saying? Bungachu says, and then replying on someone's comment and pushing them as well, totally redirecting from hating on the show to bullying people who choose to have a more enjoyable standing. Yeah, I mean, it's just not necessary. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I've never been that guy. I can't relate. I don't know. That was so needed. It was needed for sure. Did The Walking Dead wrap up well? I would say the final season has pretty good reviews on like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. I'd say there's like, yeah, I think it wrapped up pretty well. It's not really wrapped up because there's still spinoffs and stuff, but if you're just talking about the original series, yeah, it was wrapped up okay. Yo, Mayhem, what's good, man? Yeah, that timing was crazy, guys. I was sick. We needed that, right? That was awesome. Oh, man. I really hope we get the crossover show. I feel like it's earned. Yo, JJ, 100%, man. We'll get the crossover show. I can promise you that. Yo, the Bird Bard. What's good, man? What's your profile picture of? I'm trying to see. I can't see. I named my iPod the Titanic because it's sinking. That's pretty awesome. I think we pinned that. I can't lie. Do we pin that? Absolutely. We have to. We have no choice. That was pretty aura. I can't lie. It's sinking coral. Oh, gosh. Dude. See, Walking Dead fans are the greatest. I can't lie. Gosh, my beard is so soft today, guys. I put so much oil in my beard last night, man. Oh, my goodness. It's feeling great. I can't stop scratching my own beard. Like, I'm obsessed with my beard right now. But yeah, guys, I don't know. There's a lot of negative crap on the internet. I don't try to be that way. I keep it real, and I think you can criticize things without coming across like you hate yourself. That's my opinion. So, I've never sat here and tried to bullcrap people, As you guys will see that on my ranking video today. I have a Walking Dead tier list coming out today, which is ranking... wait, should I do seasons or characters first? What do you guys think? What should I drop first? Because I have them both recorded already, so I'll just do what you guys say. So let me know. You guys think I should drop the tier list for the seasons or the tier list for the characters? Yo, thanks for the makeup brush, man. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm thinking low-key I'll do the seasons first because the seasons I did in half seasons. So it was really fun. Characters, I bet we'll do characters. The characters one's longer because there's just like 152 characters on this one I was doing. Low key, you're wrong. Nah, you're not wrong. Nah, you're not wrong. We'll do characters. I already have them recorded and stuff. The characters one's a little long. It's like 20 minutes. But I mean, it's fun, bro. It's so fun. I low key roast so many characters. Like, bro, you guys are gonna laugh so hard. I roast the hell out of so many characters. But it's honest. Like, I'll be real with you guys. I have some like very unpopular Walking Dead opinions, and that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I never liked Carl. I never did. I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, this show ended when Carl died. I'm like, no, it didn't, dude. Carl was never that important. He was annoying. The only relevance he had was coming from Rick's nutsack, bro. That's it. He had no aura. He was a weak character to me. He was cringy, low key. I don't know. I never thought that Carl was that good of a character. That's an unpopular opinion, I guess, but that's how I feel, you know? And I never liked Carol either. Carol's a C tier character to me, I'm not gonna lie. I never liked her from the beginning to the end. I kind of liked her in season 5 a little bit, but I never liked Carol that much. She was always weak, trying to run away from the group, acting weird, being lame. I never liked that. I don't like people like that. Oh, I want to run away. Oh, there's too much death. People are dying. Oh, I gotta go. Like I never. That's you're kind of a, you're a B word. I don't know. Carol's weird. Never liked her. I like strong characters like Daryl, bro. Like Rick. These guys are strong. They make decisions they gotta make. And in terms of female characters, Michonne is way better than Carol, like way better, not even close. Michonne's 10 times the character that Carol is, bro. Yo, Busted, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. JJ says, I think they should bring some Fear the Walking Dead characters. Probably Dwight, Sherry, and Morgan. Probably. I don't know what happened at the end of Fear. Didn't Madison survive? I think she did. Yo, 10 people in here. Thank you guys for chilling out with me. Make sure you drop a like while you're in here. Helps the freaking stream be seen by more people, so we can get more haters in here if you guys like. The more likes we get, the more haters will stop by. I can't even talk right now. I literally just opened up my crusty ass eyeballs. I uncrusted my eyes. I woke up, I uncrusted my eyeballs, and I went live. So give me a break. My eyes were crusted shut, bro. Literally, they were crusted. I have so much crust in my eyes. It's crazy. Okay. We got a lot of comments here. Yeah, they'll have some Fear characters, I'm sure, eventually. Down the road. That'll be probably like in a couple seasons. Mayhem says Carol is just too inconsistent and hard to follow. Yeah, she's just weird. Like season 10 Carol has to be the most unlikable character in the history of the show. She's so annoying. She's so cringe. I don't like her. If she would have died, I wouldn't care. Oh, yeah. Busted says Carl and Carol were both filler characters. They were not good characters, that's for sure. D. Crawford. Daniel, Skidmark, Morgan, and Dwight need to come into the new show. Who the hell is Skidmark? Who is that? Am I supposed to know who that is? Daniel Skidmark. Who the hell is that? I'm so tired of Daryl and Carol. I love Daryl, but I'm so tired of a story on repeat. I don't mind Daryl's story being on repeat, but I don't like Carol. I think Daryl would have been better off by himself. Although I don't hate Carol being in the show. But I mean, I feel like Daryl being off on his own is like a cool story because he's just a watchable character. Like I could watch Daryl sit out in the woods and like eat worms and just grunt like, I guess it's worms again today. Just eating worms all day. Like, and I would watch it. Him shooting some coyotes with his crossbow or something like that, skinning some freaking snakes, eating it. Like Daryl and Beth, the Still episode. I could watch that episode all day because it's immersive. You feel like you're there. I think Norman Reedus is really watchable. I like him. He's got crazy screen presence, crazy aura. ASX says, I love Michonne, and also I remember Carol, I think in season 1 or season 2 when she low-key tried to manipulate Daryl into taking over and against Rick. Yeah, that was in season 2. Yeah, season 2, you're right. She was like, I think she was like saying Rick's like lost his mind, like, why don't we do something or something like that? And Daryl's like, Rick's done fine by me. He's done fine by me, Carol. Dropped you a sub, huge The Walking Dead nerd. Yo, I appreciate it, Busted Garage, man. I'm a nerd too, bro. Like, I got the freaking autographs from the cast members and stuff. Like, I'm a Walking Dead nerd. You know, it is what it is. Skid Mark the cat. Oh, now you're good. Yeah, mayhem. I appreciate the tier one glaze, man. Krispy Kreme donut glaze. I like it. Thank you. The Terminus storyline, bro. The Terminus storyline could have gone a lot longer than it did. But low key, it was kind of perfect the way they did it, just with how they introduced all the other stuff, like with the hospital and everything. Um, I think if Beth ended up at Terminus, it probably would have just been too like predictable. I think a lot of people thought Beth was going to be there, right? Like at first when she got taken, and then she wasn't, right? So I think it worked out. But yeah, I mean, aside from Beth's storyline, like if they delayed Beth's storyline, or maybe made it to where Beth did get taken by the Terminus people, um, you probably could have had that storyline go on for like definitely a season at least. It only went on for like five episodes. Was it six? I mean, yeah, they got there in episode 15. Maggie and Abraham and all them got there in 15, right? So technically 15, 16, 1, 2, and 3. So 5 episodes, right? But yeah, Gareth and Rick definitely had good chemistry. That was kind of back when The Walking Dead was just on fire with casting, and they would just cast everyone perfectly. They kind of lost some of that later down the stretch. That's a big issue I had. I don't even mind the Walking Dead story. I think the story is really good, even in the later seasons. Like I think season 11 is really good. I think it's better than look. Season 11 to me is like similar to probably like season 3. I think season 3 is really overrated, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I think season 11 is like really underrated. I think it's better than season 10. It's better than season 8. It's better than season 7. And that's probably it. But that's because The Walking Dead's fantastic all the way through, pretty much. Like, I mean, it's a great show. So, like, you can't really expect it to always be fantastic, or every single season at least to just be great all the time. But I think season 11 is pretty good. I liked it. Beth was killed for the what the F factor? Not for sure. I mean, she was. She was killed for just shock value. That's it. They needed a death because it was a mid-season finale. And Beth did some dumbass stuff. I don't even know if it made sense that she would even do that. I mean, she tried to stab a girl in her chest. She tried to stab Dawn in her boob with freaking, what was it? Scissors? Like medical scissors? Like they used to like cut tape? I mean, give me a break, right? First of all, if you know anything about women in the boobs, there's a lot of protection in there. All right? Like there's a lot. You're gonna need a little more than a freaking 1-inch scissor blade, Beth. Pretty stupid way to die. And if you're gonna stab her with that, she should have tried to stab her in the neck. I think just it was like Beth was just young and stupid and angry at her. It was something like a 10-year-old would do. That's what it was really confusing. It was like something a 10-year-old would do. Just get mad and stab him in the freaking boob. It's like what the heck's going on? I didn't like it. I didn't like her death that much from a fan standpoint. It was definitely shock value was there, which The Walking Dead always did, which is whatever. I don't hate shock value deaths, but I kind of wanted Beth to keep going a little bit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I watched that episode. She was super emotional. She was so emotional about getting killed. It made you wonder, like, why they did it. I mean, I know they have to write the story, but I do think that The Walking Dead got a little bit too cocky. Like, here we go. I can criticize the show without coming across like I hate my life. I'll do it right now. I'll give you guys a prime example. Here we go. I can be critical of the show a little bit. Look, if I had to make a criticism, I would say that, in my opinion, The Walking Dead got way too cocky with their characters. And I think that they believed in their ability to cast too much. And I think they kind of disregarded the connection that a lot of those characters had with fans, you know? That's what I that's what I believe. I think they got too cocky. And they believe, well, we can kill off anybody as long as we keep like Rick and Daryl alive and it'll be fine. That's what they believed. And I don't think that's true really. I think that there was a lot of potential for other things, but some of these characters were not that great. Like Magna's group entirely pretty much outside of Connie, I think, was extremely mediocre. Luke was okay, but he's a mid character. Let's be honest. Luke is a mid character. Alden, he was from the Saviors, I know, but he kind of reminds me of that group because he's always hanging out with them. Alden is a mid character as well. Okay, there's a lot of mid characters in the later seasons. Luke, who was that group? It was Luke, Magna, Yumiko, Luke, Connie, and Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, super mediocre character, right? Super, not easy to watch for me at all. I don't like Kelly whatsoever. I think it's the actor. I'm not going to lie. And I hate to say that because I know she puts her heart and soul into it. And, I wish her the best. I have nothing against her. But I don't know. The actor that plays Kelly, something about her facial expressions and like just the way she says words, I don't like it. I'm not into it. She's very hard for me to watch. Connie, though, fire character. Like, Connie was fire. Surprised Connie never died, really. I thought they were going to kill her off because she's deaf. I mean, how far can a deaf person go in the apocalypse? Oh, man. Yeah, they focus a lot on Sasha, and Sasha, in my opinion, I like Sasha. Like, I have a tier list coming out today, a character tier list video, and not to spoil it, but I guess I'll just spoil it because who cares, right? But I think I put Sasha in B tier. There's like S tier for the best, A, B, C, and D. I think there's an F too. Yeah, there is an F for characters. Yeah, but I put Sasha in B, like low B tier, because I think she was a good character, but I do agree. I think that they focused on her a little bit too much in season 5, and I think that it wasn't really that cool. She was very frustrating. She was like angry all the time and mad, just wanting to kill stuff, going out in the woods and like shooting picture frames. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, you're just losing your mind. Like, you're just tweaking out, bro. It was hard to watch. It was stupid and hard to watch. It was cringy, to be honest. Wasn't a fan of that storyline. I know she just lost her brother and her boyfriend, but like, bro, let her mourn off screen. We're not trying to see this girl take picture frames out in the woods and just blow ammo. You know what I mean? Like, it's frustrating for sure. Wasn't a fan. Like, I can actually be really critical of the show, but like, my criticisms are not like season 5 is still one of the best seasons ever. I mean, it's a good season. It's a really good season. I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just saying that there's things wrong. I feel like there's definitely a lot of things in season 5 that are done right. I think it's mostly done right. 4, 5, and 6 is like peak for me. Peak Walking Dead. But yeah, there's some seasons in there or some episodes in there, even in those seasons that were like not that great. Like, okay, season 4 episodes that were not that great. Okay, episode, what was it, 4? Not that great. The episode where Rick takes Carol out and like leaves her. Not that great of an episode, really, right? It's just kind of mid filler for sure, kinda. Even though it's not filler, it feels like it is, right? The Governor episodes were good. I didn't hate them. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people hated the Governor episodes. I didn't hate the Governor episodes. I thought they were okay. What we have season 4, back half. Back half of season 4 was really good to me, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So in season 4, really, it's just like episode 4, I think. It's not that great. Maybe no. No, yeah, they're all pretty good in 4. But in season 5, which episode is it that's kind of slow or that's not that great, really? Well, it's probably Slab Town with Beth, right? That one's a little slow. Episode 10 is a little slow in season 5. Yeah. So like each season has like pretty slow episodes, right? Like there's moments of really slow storytelling, but I don't think that ruins a whole season at all. Yeah. Then episode 6, it's probably now. Episode 5, that one, pretty slow. People didn't really like that one that much. I liked it. I mean, well, actually, that's not true. I didn't like it that much. It was mid, but I mean, hey, it's Walking Dead, bro. I'm a Walking Dead glazer, bro. I just like anything. They can literally make a show that's just like a zombie POV walking through the woods, just growling, and I would be like, oh, this is fire. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely slow episodes from like every season, but it's kind of like that with every show, though. If you've ever watched a show, I feel like there's always at least one episode that's a little slow, unless it's a limited series. If it's a limited series, it's not like that. All the seasons have their quirks. I'm a fan of 5. Yeah, 5 was gas. Curious, who is your favorite bad guy or bad girl? It's hard to say Negan because he kind of turned into a good guy. But he always had that charisma, right? Like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, super charismatic, um, super watchable, good screen presence. But he never really seemed like a true bad guy to me. Like even when he killed Negan and Glenn, like he was just cracking jokes and stuff. I don't know. It didn't really seem like he was a true bad guy, you know? Although he was for sure at that point in time. But I'm not sure. My favorite bad guy or bad, I mean, they were all so good to me. I really liked the villains in the show. Like the governor was fire. Shane, I mean, Shane turned into a villain pretty much. Shane was fire. The governor was fire. Terminus people were cool. Gareth probably wouldn't be my favorite. The wolves were pretty cool. Saviors were pretty cool. Uh, the Whisperers were pretty sick, and then obviously the Commonwealth, Pamela Milton and stuff. I mean, probably the most interested I ever was in a villain was probably like Alpha and Beta. You could just put them kind of together, I guess, because they're obviously Alpha and Beta. So I'd probably say them. They were probably my favorite villains because they were so interesting to me. They were mad, creepy, and weird. And like Beta was really intimidating. I think for a villain, I like the intimidation factor, whether it's from like an intelligence standpoint or just a pure physical brute force standpoint. Whatever it is, I really enjoy it. Like I enjoy a bad guy really being scary, you know? And something about Negan, like, he just wasn't scary to me. Like, even though I watched him bash Abraham and Glenn's brains in and throw the doctor in the fire, I never looked at Negan and was like, that's a scary human being. You know what I'm saying? But I was very intimidated of Alpha and the Whisperers and Beta because they blend in with the Walkers. They can like literally send hordes and hordes of walkers to your community. Like there was a lot of like psychological elements to that as well, right? Where you're just kind of like paranoid. Like that paranoia that Sadiq was feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff was real probably, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be real. Like that had to have been crazy. So, I mean, the Whisperers are probably my favorite bad guys. And yeah, probably Whisperers. The governor was cool. He had a cool storyline. The whole Woodbury thing was really awesome. Like, dude, Woodbury low key would be like a great place to live. I can't lie. But I would definitely say my favorite bad guy was the Whisperers for sure. Probably. Or Alpha, Beta, however you want to say it, really. I thoroughly enjoyed that storyline. I even think season 10 probably wasn't even as bad as what people say. Not gonna lie. I think it was pretty solid. Definitely probably not as good as the other ones though. But it was good. I liked it. There's been a lot of. Am I missing a bad guy? Missing a villain? I mean, we had the CRM people too. I guess you can count them. General Beale. I never. Nah, I can't say he's my favorite. He's definitely not my favorite bad guy. Woo. I'm sleepy. I need to get up and get around, get some food. I think I'm gonna get some Chipotle for dinner tonight, though. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be nummy. I am really excited though, guys. I really do think this is gonna be a fun year for Walking Dead fans for sure. I think there's going to be a lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting things, man. I really can't wait to just make videos about it, talk about it with you guys and streams, and especially once we get real announcements, it's going to be such a fun time just to be able to, interact with you guys, talk about it. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to actually have stuff to make videos about again, really. I mean, it's so fun. I love making videos, like I have my schedule that I'm really trying to stick to. I don't know if you guys saw that in my community on YouTube, but I posted in my community the schedule that I'm trying to stick to, but it's kind of hard right now. There's kind of a lot going on in life right now, but I'm trying to stay consistent, but there's just not a lot to talk about sometimes. Like news will drop. Like for example, we had the, Andrew Lincoln picture with Denai Guerrera, and we had, you know, what was it? The insider leak from Daniel Rickman, right? Saying that there's going to be a spinoff reunion show. And then we had, what else was it? Well, yeah, the picture of Denai and Andrew. And then we had the leak, the insider leak. And then we had, oh, yeah, the Andrew Lincoln news tweet. There's been a lot of stuff going on, you know? For me, the more believable characters, Governor Garris sold into the audience harder. Really? You were into Jadis? Jadis was mad weird. I didn't hate Jadis, actually. She had, like, some weird screen presence. It wasn't really great or bad. It was just weird. She was a weird, really weird character. They casted her really well. And Jadis's development was pretty awesome as well, right? Like, her development was pretty cool. She ended up becoming, like, a CRM, like, general or whatever, right? Pretty awesome. I didn't hate Jadis. I didn't love her, But I mean, I didn't like her character, obviously, because she was bad. But like, I'm just saying, in terms of like a watchable bad guy, she was pretty solid. I thought she was all right. I'm gonna shut the stream down here before too long, guys. So if anybody has any final questions, now would be your time to ask because I'm gonna shut it down here probably in 3 minutes. Once we get to 50 minutes, pretty good stream. 50 minutes, almost an hour, not bad. I'd love to sit in here and talk more, but there's a couple things I need to do, so I have to get rolling with that. So yeah, if you guys have any final words, speak now or forever hold your peace, man. Speak now or forever hold your comments until the next stream. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun to come in here and just chill and talk. I mean, it's good to have fun times. I enjoy it. Enjoy a good stream. I enjoy streaming a lot more than making videos, to be honest, because streaming you can kind of just chill. You don't have to you can just be more of yourself when you stream. Making videos, you kind of have to talk about specific topics, specific things. Like it's more complicated, I guess. Yo, Evan, what's good? Evan Almighty Revenge. What a name, bro. Not gonna lie. I like it. Crazy aura, man. Amazing stream. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, the editing's not that hard because I don't really edit that much, to be honest. I kind of just one take it. I try to always one take my videos. Most of them are one takes, actually. But yeah, I mean, editing in general, making thumbnails and stuff, it's not that hard because I kind of have it down. But yeah, it can definitely take time. But yeah, streams are, I mean, even making thumbnails for the streams take a little, not like a long time. Like 5 minutes, probably 4 minutes. It's part of the passion, man. It's a passion project. So, we're back. We're back. Show Evan, Busted Garage. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get the day rolling. But yeah, you guys be safe out there in the crazy world, all right? I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, character tier list coming later today. Probably around 2, maybe like 3 hours or so. Read my message? Which one, Evan? You stopped watching The Walking Dead because you had nightmares? That's what you wanted me to read? I mean, hey. Evan, come on, man. Grow up here, all right? Grow up. We don't have nightmares over freaking zombies, dude. All right, lock in. I'm out of here, guys. Love you. Stay safe out there in a crazy world, man. Peace.